type inference in TypeScript. In the previous lesson, we learned about type annotations. We use annotations such as string, number, and boolean to explicitly describe the type of a variable or constant. In this lesson, we will learn about type inference. Type inference means that TypeScript can often determine a value's type automatically. Instead of writing the type ourselves, we can assign an initial value and allow TypeScript to examine that value. If the initial value is text, TypeScript can infer the string type. If the initial value is a number, TypeScript can infer the number type. Let us get started. Let us begin with a variable that has an explicit type annotation. The colon followed by string explicitly tells TypeScript that username should store text. Now remove the type annotation. This statement does not contain an explicit annotation. However, TypeScript can see that the assigned value is text. Therefore, TypeScript infers that username has the string type. The word infer means to determine something from the available information. Here, TypeScript determines the type from the initial value. The variable still receives type checking even though we did not write the type ourselves. Let us confirm this by trying to assign a number. Compile the project. TypeScript reports an error. The initial value caused TypeScript to infer that username should store strings. The number 25 does not match the inferred string type. Restore a valid string value. The new value is also a string. Therefore, the reassignment is valid. Let us compile the project and check. No errors. Type inference does not mean that the variable can store any kind of value. TypeScript remembers the inferred type and checks later assignments. Now let us compare explicit annotation and type inference directly. In both statements, username is treated as a string. The first statement explicitly writes the type. The second statement allows TypeScript to infer the type from the value. For a simple initial value, both approaches provide type checking. Now let us look at number inference. The initial value is a number. TypeScript infers that user age has the number type. We can assign another number to the variable. The new value matches the inferred number type. However, if you try assigning text to the user age, that causes an error. Now let us write three basic inferred types in one program. TypeScript infers three different types. We did not write any type annotations. However, TypeScript still knows the type of every variable. Save the file, compile and run the program. The terminal should display the following output. Now let us see how Visual Studio Code displays an inferred type. Move the mouse pointer over the username variable. Visual Studio Code should show information similar to this. Even though we did not write :string, the editor shows that TypeScript inferred the string type. Move the pointer over user age. Move the pointer over is student. Hover information is a useful way to inspect what TypeScript understands about a value. Now let us discuss type inference with constants. Create the following constant. TypeScript can infer type information from the assigned value. Because course name is declared as constant, it cannot be reassigned. Now compare let and const. Both values are text. TypeScript infers useful type information for both declarations. However, let allows another compatible string to be assigned later. Const does not allow reassignment. TypeScript can also infer the result type of an expression. For example, consider this program. Unit price is numeric. Quantity is numeric. Multiplying two numbers produces a number. Therefore, TypeScript infers that total price has the number type. Let us recap what we learned. Type inference means that TypeScript determines a type automatically from the available code. When a variable begins with a text value, TypeScript can infer the string type. When it begins with a numeric value, TypeScript can infer the number type. When it begins with true or false, TypeScript can infer the boolean type. TypeScript can also infer types from expressions. Multiplying numbers produces an inferred number. In the next lesson, we will study basic types, string, number, and boolean types in more detail. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more TypeScript tutorials.